Hi, this is Tanmay De. Welcome to my channel Sanchoita. I hope you are doing well. Today, I am going to dictate a speech of Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose. The interesting fact about this speech is in January 1941, Netaji escaped from house arrest in Kolkata. He disguised himself as a Pathan before coming to Kabul and then proceeded to go to Moscow and Berlin. The British assumed that Bose died in a plane crash in Tokyo in 1942. When the speech was broadcasted over the radio, Britishers' assumptions were proven false. The title of the speech was I Am Still Alive. Total words 842, speed 80 words per minute. After the dictation, you will get the whole passage, which is divided into parts to make it more legible. It is advised that after taking dictation, you must read it back and do transcription and check it. Also, you will get important words relating to this passage with outlines. Now, I will start my dictation after the countation of 5. So, I hope you are ready with your notebook and pen or pencil. Now I am going to start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. This is Subhas Chandra Bose, who is still alive, speaking to you over the Azad Hind radio. British news agencies have spread all over the world the report that I died in an aeroplane crash on my way to Tokyo to attend an important conference there. Ever since I left India last year, British propaganda agencies have from time to time given contradictory reports of my whereabouts, while newspapers in England have not hesitated to use uncomplimentary language about me. The latest report about my death is perhaps an instance of wishful thinking. I can imagine that the British government would, at this critical hour in India's history, like to see me dead, since they are now trying their level best to win India over to their side for the purpose of their imperialistic war. I do not have before me the full particulars of the aeroplane disaster referred to above. I cannot therefore say if it was the result of sabotage on the part of our enemy. In any case, I beg to offer my respectful homage to the memory of those who lost their lives in that tragic event. Their names will be written in letters of gold in the history of our struggle for independence. I have considered very carefully the offer of the British government to India and the radio speech of Sir Stafford Cripps in that connection. I feel perfectly convinced that it is now quite clear that Sir Stafford has gone to India to try the age-long policy of British imperialism, within single quote, divide and rule. Many people in India did not expect Sir Stafford Cripps to play a role which might very well have been reserved for a conservative politicians like Mr. Amre. Sir Stafford has himself assured us that the terms offered to India are, in his opinion, the soundest and the best, and that the members of the British cabinet were all unanimous over these proposals. These efforts won further proof that in Britain all party differences disappear when the question of India comes up. Sir Stafford has told us that India is a subcontinent inhabited by many races and peoples. I would like to remind him that India was unified under the empire of Ashoka the Great several countries before the Christian era. More than 1,000 years before England was unified. Britain has, in other parts of her empire, for instance in Ireland and Palestine, used the religious issue in order to divide the people. She has been utilizing in India for that same purpose not only this issue but other imperial weapons like the Indian princess, depressed classes, etc. Now, Sir Stafford is in India to use the same instruments for imperialistic ends. It is no less striking that he is applying the old imperialist policy for working out a compromise with one section of the people, while simultaneously suppressing the other. This is why, on one side, Sir Stafford is conferring uncompromising fighters for independence are safely lodged behind prison. The Indian people are fully aware of this nefarious policy of British politicians. I have no doubt that the spirit of our freedom fighters will hurl down the prison walls and inspire the people of India to know that this is an insult to India's self-respect and honor. As the London paper, the Daily Telegraph, has remarked, Sir Stafford's proposals contain nothing that is fundamentally new. The essence is dominion status within the empire, which will be realized only when the war is over. But according to the terms of the office, the speech of Sir Stafford Cripps and the comments of English papers like the Manchester Guardian, it is quite clear that the real intention of the British government is to split India into a number of states, just as Ireland was split up at the end of the last war. I am doubtful whether India will even look at such an offer. Indians by nature are hospitable, and Sir Stafford will be committing a grievous mistake if he interpreted such hospitality to mean the acceptance of his offer. Sir Stafford reached the height of imperialist hypocrisy when, at a press conference at Delhi, he remarked that the Indians have not been able to produce an agreed constitution, but the Indian people know from their bitter experience that only the British government is responsible for the corruption and bribery in India. The Indian people are therefore convinced that they can no longer hope to win their freedom by discussion or argument, propaganda, and passive resistance, but must now resort to other methods which are more effective and powerful. Sir Stafford also mentioned that while the war is going on, a new constitution cannot be framed for India, and hence the inauguration of dominion status will begin on the termination of the war. I may remind Sir Stafford Cripps that as early as October 1939, I replied to the British government by suggesting that a provisional national government commanding the confidence of the majority of the people should be set up once. Stop. Now read it and do transcription. You can take this dictation again after practicing these outlines, which will help you to improve your accuracy. Now I am going to show you the important words and their outlines. Here you can find a word. I pronounce it simultaneously. The pronunciation difference in American English and British English is Americans are say it simultaneously and Britishers simultaneously. Now I am showing you the passage. Part 1, total word 208 words. Part 2, total words 206. Part 3, total word 216. And the last part, total word 213. That's all from us. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this dictation is useful to you. If so, press the like button, share it with your friends. To get notification about latest updates, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon.